Hey everybody. So if you've got any questions about lessons or playing guitar, tuning it, what songs to learn, anything like this, now's the time to ask me the questions. Just pop them in the comment tab. So again, I'm not sure if it's actually on the right where it is for me or if it's underneath the video. So wherever it is, if you've got any questions, just type them in there and I'll be able to see them straight away and answer your questions for you. I hope everyone's keeping their guitars in tune when you're practicing is the main thing, because it's really important to keep them in tune. So if people are struggling to tune them at home, I recommend getting something like this. So it's clip-on tuner. You can get them for under a tenner online, and what you do is just clip them on the top like this, and it will tell you the guitar note on the top. Let's see, there we go. We can tell that my guitar is almost in tune. Alternatively, if you want a free option, you can get one on your phone. Oh, threw my tuner on the floor. You can get one on your phone that will help you. So I use this one. That's ukulele from my last stream. So it will show you whether the string is in tune or not. So this one's called Guitar Tuner, spelt like the fish. I'm just going to put it in the comments now. There we go. So if you type that into your App Store or Play Store, then you'll be able to come up with a free guitar tuner on your phone. When you're practicing at home, always tune your guitar up before you practice. Otherwise, how are you going to know if you're playing it right? Does anyone have any problems in particular with any pieces that we've done in the video lessons or anything else that they've looked ahead of in the book? Oh, I can see I've got 9 people watching. If you've got any questions, please do. Now is the time. Write a comment and ask me any questions. What's everyone's favorite pieces in the Yamaha book? Any preferences? Can we play into the blue? Absolutely, absolutely. So when you're doing this, I always want you to focus on using your third finger, especially for thin. Third finger, middle finger, open, and your first fret there. Make sure this is on its fingertip. So when you're playing like this, you always need a gap underneath the finger neck. Always need that gap underneath there, because otherwise you're going to mute out the E string. So this is a wrist movement. Really important to be moving your wrist forward here. If you're struggling to hit that E string, curve your finger, and you see that my finger there is bent on every knuckle. This is how we want it when we play guitar, like this. Cool. Focus on that third finger, always the third finger. What else has Finn been practicing? Well, I'll tell you what my favorite song in the book is. Who recognizes it? So that was Back in Black, and it's on page, bear with me, page 34 of our books. If anyone's feeling really confident with power chords and wants to move power chords around, this is a really good one to have a look at. So we've got the E power chord, D power chord, and A power chord, which is a really fun thing to work on if you're trying to work on those power chords. Moving it around in the second fret, like this. It's just a really fun thing to do with the power chords, I think. Another really good one to have a look at in the book is Living on a Prayer. So we've got D2, A2, open D. It's one of those that you can play at a speed, whichever speed is comfortable for you. So it doesn't need to be too fast. Because on the track, I think it's like, but it doesn't need to be that fast when you're learning it and when you're practicing it, because it's really fun to just get these two fingers in here and just focus on only lifting up that middle finger when you're playing this riff. See if you can do it keeping your first finger down the whole time, and see if you can do it by just lifting this off for the smallest amount of time you possibly can. Which is a really good one to look at in the book. I also like Sad But True, but that's a biased opinion from me. So another thing to look at while you're at home would be your open chords. So if you want to start looking at some chords, you can see these on page 20. Page 20 of your book, you'll see chords in G major and E minor. Obviously, it's backwards on the stream there, but we've got chords that we can try, like B minor. Let me get the guitar actually in view. Here we go. So chords like B minor, where we've got G4, B3, E2. Really nice minor chord shape, and it's only 3 strings. And again, for this one, it's really key. Keep everything on their fingertips. You see my finger is bent at every single knuckle in the finger. We don't want any valleys. No valleys like this. We want this. None of that. And that way you can hear every note in the chord. Another nice one to do in this section is E minor. Some of you know this chord already, I know. If you don't, it's really nice to do. So we've got A2 and D2. I can see there's some more people in here now. Has anyone got any questions about the material or stuff that they could be doing while they're at home? Anything you want to learn? Any questions about the guitar? Tuning it, of course, is really useful. You know, how to put it back together in case someone's sat on it. I can't help with that. Who's watching? Introduce yourself in the comments. Give me a little wave as to who's watching. Hey, hi Ruth. Hi Ed. Have you got any questions about any pieces that we've learned or anything about the guitar? Oh, hi Grace. Got the whole group. If anyone's got any questions, now is the time. So something else that might be really fun to look at is on page 20 as well, is the G major scale. So scales are really important for when you start playing music with other people, or you want to sort of identify something that you could play on top of your favorite song. So for example, if you've got a song that uses the G major chord, then you can play this scale on top of it. So how hard is Bohemian Rhapsody? My sister is learning on keyboard. All right, so not going to lie, that is quite a challenging song, but there's always ways that you can sort of arrange it to be better for you. So there's actually not much guitar work in that song. I personally would recommend Another One Bites the Dust or We Will Rock You for Queen songs to learn. But Bohemian Rhapsody wise, let me just have a quick look, see what I can quickly figure out for you. G minor 7, C7. Yeah, that's tricky. That's tricky, guys. But a good Queen song to learn. Let's have a look at these. Where's my stream gone? Here it is. Okay, cool. Okay, bye, Freya. So Another One Bites the Dust. On the E string, we can go E, 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 E3, E5. Definitely a song to be played with the pick. O, 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 3, O5. Another one is We Will Rock You, which is really fun to play by Queen. So we're going to do this with an open G, D4, D2, open D, and then rock you, rock you. We will rock you. Open G, D4, D2, open D. Yeah, but unfortunately, Bohemian Rhapsody, those chords. So, for example, you got like C7. You're looking at sort of all 4-finger chords for that one. So, what you could do is find out the bass notes. So, ask your sister what bass note she's playing with the left hand, and then you can play those same notes on guitar. And you can find resources that will tell you where the notes are on the guitar. So, for example, if she's playing a C in the bass, you could literally just play the C note, so you can play along, which could be here, could be here, probably here is the best one to play it, could be here. There's a few different C's on the fretboard. So just trying to find a note that works with the bass note that she'll be playing would be a really good one to start sort of playing together on that piece. But Another One Bites the Dust has got to be, everyone's got to know how to play this on guitar. Easy to play the notes, but hard to master that one. Hard to master. Any more questions? Tuning the guitar, Yamaha pieces, stuff that we're going over? No problem, Ruth. Stuff that we went over in the lessons. Again, sort of if you're learning songs with a sibling in the house, any songs, any ideas to learn, stuff like this. For this, a good one to learn is 7 Years by Lucas Graham. So this is a good one to like play together on the piano and the guitar. So I'm sure you know the song. It goes E on the E string, 3, 2, 0, and then B3. So, and then the rest of it is open B, B3, open B, B3, open B, B3. Nice and easy. And that's basically like the first minute or so of the song. And then the other player would be going E, G, C, D. That's a really nice one to learn between two, especially between piano and guitar, because you can almost swap who's doing the solo. Like the guitar could start off doing the chords, E, G, C, D. Again, so E, G, C, D. And the piano could play the melody, and then you can swap it over. It's a nice, fun thing to do. But finding songs like that is a good way of getting everyone practicing at home. But the book also has a really wide range of stuff. Towards the end, you've got more like actual songs. So, for example, Knocking on Heaven's Door by Bob Dylan. This is a classic song. G, C. Living on a Prayer, which I spoke about earlier. Back in Black, which I spoke about earlier as well. Sad But True. Love that song. It's power chords again. It's really fun to do. TNT. That riff makes me want to burst into song, but there's a reason I'm a guitar teacher, not a vocal teacher. So towards the end of the book, if you want to focus on actual songs and being able to belong to the original, there's some songs towards the middle and towards the end of the Yamaha book, which will help you to do that. Any last questions? Any more? Tuning, materials, songs to learn, ways to motivate yourself to practice, which is just do it 4 times a week. Put your guitar in your bedroom. Often helps. As few barriers as you can have between sitting and not playing guitar and then playing guitar. You want as few barriers as you can between those two things. So stuff like keeping the amp plugged into the mains, keeping the lead in the amp, putting it in a place where it's easy to get to. All stuff like this is really good for just getting in there and getting practicing pretty quickly. It's really important to do that. Cool. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Last questions. Any questions? No? Okay, cool. Thanks, everyone, for joining the stream. Keep practicing 4 times a week, at least. 10 to 15 minutes. But, hey, the more you practice, the better you get. And the quicker you get. So 15 minutes is really to like reinforce stuff that you've learned, get your fingers all warmed up and stuff like that. Anything else? Just, keep playing. If you can play every day, and hey, now is the time to play every day, isn't it? Now is the time to just keep practicing. You're going to be advancing in no time if you practice every day. All right, cool. Thanks very much, everyone. Great. Cheers.